Hello family, welcome to Carolliving. We are here today yet with more and more conversations about our usual topic on our kitchen table. Carolliving kitchen table people. Yeah. We are still educating you, getting inspired through having these conversations that are really common to us, but yet sometimes they are like alien. They are like no goes on. We said we are going to break the four walls. We are breaking out of the four walls, you know. So much happens in rooms, so much happens in people's homes, in people's private relationship spaces, and they're like, I'm just gonna die with it. I'm gonna die in my movie, I'm not going to share it. We're saying, you know what, why not share it and normalize sharing. And for us, our kitchen table conversations is just to normalize sharing certain things that could either educate, teach, inspire, and just cause you to share if you're dying with a lot on your mind. True. My guest again is Yvonne, constantly becoming part of the landscape of Carolliving.
Hello family, I'm happy to be here with you today. Denise, Yvonne is my name, Director Human Capital Consultant from Hallmarks Consulting Limited.
Yes, Hallmarks, watch out, go visit their website. Hallmarks Consulting Limited. She's a great one by giving you advice on how to move your business journey from here to there. She's the wise one. I have spoken to her several times and she's helping us all. We all need the help.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here again. Thank you for the invite.
So last time we were talking about a lot of things about how we show up in society. And just like we're conversing before now, I thought about maybe we expect a lot from people, either their friends, their relationship partners, but yet we are not those. I was asking her, do you think the things you're expecting from your friend or from your relationship partner is who you are? And I just want to pose that question. We just talk about it a little bit.
Sometimes, like I always tell people, especially the people that I work with, be who you want to be. If you're an employee, be that employee, because in future you're going to be a CEO. Be that person that you would want your employee to be in future. So it's the same thing with relationships. Be that person that you want to have in your relationship, and it makes everything easy. If you're that person who shows up and all that, show up, and it will really help you to discern the kind of person that you're going to meet up with in future.
Talking about discernment, it's a spiritual concept. We will not go there. We're not preempt discernment, but when you go spiritual, you'll understand what this. It's also an English word. To discern, it's intentional. But my thing is you're going to be that CEO. I get it, but sometimes they say opposites attract. So while you're trying to ensure your person is who you want them to, it's like I want to be whom I'm trying to be. Is it realistic? Because for many, and it's so funny that many times the people you end up with are some people who they could compliment you, but often they're like, somehow you're drawn to people who are a little bit more different than you are. My thing is, if you're, for instance, in a relationship or you're choosing a partner, I'm going to call it a purpose partner. We brought a new word, a purpose partner. What do you think?
Yeah, that is really true. You need someone who is going to guide you, someone who is so intentional about your vision. He's someone who is going to help you drive your vision. You help that person drive their vision. So if you really get a purpose partner, you're not going to struggle in your areas of growth, in your relationship and everything. So that is really very important when you say purpose partner.
Is it true that you're not going to struggle?
Of course, the struggles are there, but like what they say, life is what you make it. So if you decide to thrive on struggles, that's what it's going to be. If you decide to underlook the struggles and focus on the good that is happening, and you try to work out the struggles together, then it's gonna be a beautiful journey for you and your person. Really
interesting. I was just telling someone the other day, I remember I was hosting friends over and they know themselves. And they were like, these days people like this whole boy-child change where the girl is on another horizon and the boy is on another horizon, and then they two meet and they're like, why do we not meet people that we feel are vibing on the same vibration? We feel like they are different. And I remember telling them sometimes a girl, actually a person said, you find a girl is settling for, you also, even as guys, you think they're settling for less.
Yeah.
Then I told them it's very tricky. Sometimes you meet, let me just, I exemplified it this way. I said you may meet one lumpen, and I mean lumpen, not in a really like a negative sense, like a person who is a man or a lady, but you feel like they do not align with your purpose, or even sometimes they don't even know their purpose. Because you have to align to something, you know. Like some like they should align with you. They don't even know their purpose. So how do they even understand alignment or comprehend? And then he said a lady meets a lumpen, then he meets another lumpen, tries to do another lumpen, then she decides to settle for just a nicer lumpen.
Yeah.
And like, you know, sometimes it could be like it's your trajectory. There's a whole a whole conversation about whom are you attracting, what is your vibration. But I believe that in the area of choosing partnership, I think it's intentionality. Of course, we are not always mature to know. We're not mature, but one, I think there are areas that we can take advantage. There are so many mentors. I know sometimes they lie, but there's so many people out there who could actually tell you a little bit of the truth bit. And I feel like we need to listen. I'm not saying take all the advice, but listen a little bit. Purpose partnership, what does that look like? Let's exemplify it. And what do you think your vision is for your life?
My vision for my life is to really focus on becoming that strong, independent woman who supports fellow women. Actually, I'll not focus on just women, because someone may think I'm a sexist, but focus on people like worldwide, impact whatever, like drive people to their vision, because that's one of the reasons why we started Hallmarks. We help people to see their goals or their dreams come into reality. So I really want to help people drive their goals, drive their vision to reality, because some people have it but they don't know how to bring it out. So that's really something that I'm purposed and focused on. That's my vision. I want to really see people grow, like people be who they are supposed to be. Though many times, you know, the challenge that we have of late, like people are so taken up by society. Society defines you this way, people define you that way. So in that way we try to live by people's definition of who we are not. So I'm also here to help people live by who they are, not what the society defines who you are, what someone defines. You live your true purpose. So that's one of the reasons why I'm here, to help people live their purpose here on earth, not to live by what they are defined by society.
In so many words, it's mentorship, it's life coaching, it's purpose coaching. It's trying to help you visualize a business dream, an academic dream, a life dream. It's a lot. I just think it's kind of all encompassing. However, the issue is that it's easier said than done. Because, you know, I feel like this life dream starts all the way. Our building, our foundations, they're from down there as you're growing up to understand what God has placed you on earth. I mean, I know so many people who are doing the things and you feel like they are not driven. You don't feel like this is what they feel was, or even they just sometimes have strife within them that they don't have. They don't operate from a place of full energy. And not because the vision is not truly theirs, it's just that maybe they are bogged down by life challenges. You may be in the wrong relationship and it brings you down like a bomb. Like, you know, this is where you are when you enter this relationship, and then along the way you have lost it. It happens. And you lose your path. But I actually wanted to ask, why is it true? And I find it, I think, most common than not. Very many ladies. This one I'm going to be a little bit of prejudicial. You can't find a guy who wants to pursue this, and whether I feel like he gets a partner and like, you know what, I just want you to fit into this. But so many ladies can really like have all these visions, these plans, and then they meet this guy, and then suddenly they start to compromise on their life purpose. They have sometimes built some baby blocks to them. Why do you think that is? Or what would be your experience in that area? Your experience, do you think at some point, and I don't want us to speak about Sarah out there, where do you think, and this one I would say I'm a culprit, But why do you think sometimes you feel like maybe let me compromise what my purpose is here? Why do you think that sometimes you nudge that direction?
Yeah, sometimes we make decisions based on emotions, like how you feel dictates like everything that you. Sometimes emotions dictate our reactions, our actions, and all that. Yeah, and sometimes you're hopeful, maybe along the way I can influence this person
to see my vision,
to see my
support
vision.
me.
Yeah, and we walk the journey together. Yeah, but like you said, you have to be intentional. Everyone has their own intentions. My intention would be like, okay, let me settle. Maybe in future I'll be able to drive this person to my direction. And yet the other person's intention is different. They need a housewife who can cook, who can wash, who can do what?
Massage their feet.
Yeah, and
for me that's my pet peeve.
Yeah, and really end up knocking your foot, and the thing doesn't work out. You end up stressed out. So I really want to bring in this discussion a lot, but I feel that before you do anything, you need to pray about it. That's how the intentionality comes in. When you're intentional about something, you pray about it, and surely God will lead you in the right direction. Yeah, compromises, of course, you can pray about it and God tells you no, but you're like, oh, it's this person I love, it's this person, and you end up compromising. And yeah, that's what really happens. We compromise because of our emotions, how we feel about the other person.
You know your bed and you lie in it.
Exactly.
Oh my God, that's a harsh one. But yeah, most of the time you lay in your bed and you lie in it, and it's easy sometimes to point fingers to the outside world as the reason for which I haven't made it is trust me, someone say 20% of the reason you haven't made it out there, 80% is on you. So if you have the level of 80%, it's all you. Another one said you can have background, like, I have not made it because of my background. Someone said your background ends at 30.
Yeah.
After that you become your background.
Exactly. So, but Carol, we should not also forget that some of the decisions we make, like you said, okay, 20% is influenced by friends, family, peer pressure. You're 30, you're not married, you don't have kids, all your friends are married, they're getting kids, and you're like, oh my God, am I stuck? What is this? And you just end up tomelaring any guy you meet, and you're like, okay,
the nicest
let
let
me settle for this one, because I've grown, my friends are married, my parents are putting me on pressure and all that. So I think we shouldn't really focus on the outside pressures. We should focus on what is in us. What do we feel about ourselves? Because someone can even get married at 40 and still have kids, which is very, very okay to me.
A 40-year-old. Put up your hand. I know many ladies don't put up their hands.
It's very okay with me. When you're 40, you can get married, you can have your kids and live a very happy life. Marriage has no age limit. Having children, people say it has, but I really don't believe that you can still have a happy marriage and life at 40 plus.
I think I read a book, not far long ago, I think we are as good as how empowered we are, and empowerment cuts across the board. You get empowered if you're a Christian. You have to get empowered through the word of God. You get empowered through the literature you consume, through the things you watch, through the people you hang out and the conversations you're having. There's a lot to grow your mind that is within our disposal. Sometimes we don't take advantage of. There's a lot of talk in mentorship. I know this is what you're doing, and privilegely hallmarks is hitting the right spot for many young people. I know that married or not, you can live out your purpose. However, it's also true that two are better than one. Exactly. Let's be realistic. Someone said, some of you girls are here like, oh my God, I don't want to be married. I want to be a strong, independent woman. Strong, independent woman. Those married people have so many problems. But I want to understand that if you are really reasonably, many people are blessed in marriage spaces because two are better than one. Exactly. Someone enhances who you are, someone affirms who you are. Someone sometimes tests who you are by just the challenges, test the ethic of who you are, and they sometimes remind you that you're better. Like you can rise above challenge. So I feel like relationship or not, but I will concur with you. Some of the biggest relationship blunders, especially when you're choosing a life partner, come with not being able to have shared your purposes and be in alignment on not all levels, but on relatively a few spots. You have to be in alignment. I was watching a certain preacher. It's called R.C. Blake's. You should go look out for him.
Okay.
He teaches women how to be a queen. In your marriage space, there's a king, there's a queen.
Exactly.
So how can you bring out the queen in you? So it's about basically reminding yourself that if I'm going, what is a queen in a kingdom? They play a very big role. They have a supportive role to their husband, but they have the role to the nations or to the kingdom.
Yeah.
Like it's not just about you know, sometimes we get lost in this whole thing to think that maybe marriage is I align to my husband and support, but sometimes you have a responsibility to the kingdom where you serve. Yeah. So I feel like purpose partnership should be something that we are looking for. And then so many people don't even share. I've met so many guys.
I don't think people are still doing courtship of late, because you hear someone that they've met for 1 month, before you know it, people are getting married and all that. Before you know it, they're having issues and all that. So I think a lot has really changed among people. Like how I always tell people, sometimes the weight you need to lose is not the weight on your body. Like you said, what you consume, what you read, what you watch, everything. It could be a weight on you, pulling you down. So we need to really focus on the kind of weight that we need to lose on our bodies and be intentional about it.
Purpose, vision, is something that you write down. I believe I have family men writing it down. I believe in praying over it. I believe in reminding yourself where you're going. You know, sometimes I always say that every time I feel like I'm wavering in this time in my life and even in the past, I remind myself what do you wake up like thinking? What has been your dream that has been recurring? And I also sometimes God places this. It's so heavy. You know that you know that you know. So every time you find something, so there's pressure in a relationship, is wavering you over pressure of whatever, either it's peer pressure, you remind yourself your vision. And when you've written it down and you're praying over it and it's your everyday, I feel like it makes more sense. But I say when it comes to partnership, I am going to emphasize we're still talking about purpose partnership. We will come back with these very amazing kings we are meeting out there to link up and make amazing kingdoms. I also find that sometimes it's very hard for gentlemen to share their purposes. Like you meet a person and it's all halabalo, physical intimacy, you're pretty, and you're like, man, I moved on. We are going to come back with that one.
It depends on how you carry yourself before that king you're talking about. If you really show the king your purpose, your intentions, and I mean, this is my vision, like value add. I always tell people, what's your value add? And if I don't really see it making sense to me or adding value to me, trust me, you're not gonna see me again. That's gonna be the end of it. Yeah,
but now are you saying that it's all you?
No, it's not all me, but you talk through things. Okay, what's your vision? Because I always ask people, what's your vision? Where do you see yourself? How do you think you can drive this? Anyone. No one has been successful without a written vision, like you said. Because even the Bible talks about it. Write it, there will be a quickening in the spirit. So write your vision, wake up every morning, pray about it. Write your goals, wake up every morning, pray over them. Get an accountable partner, someone who can hold you accountable for your progress. Exactly. So
coming back, keep it at Carolliving. We're coming back with more of there's so much boiling. One of the reasons I bring people that we have spoken, like this information could ignite conversation. It calls young people, youth and alike, to even older people, to rethink, if I want someone, am I sharing where I'm headed in my life? I am in awe of when you find old young that can share where they think they're going. It's attractive, and we will keep talking about it. Keep it at Carolliving.